and we are alive. Okay? We are alive. We are alive. Okay. So it's pretty late, but I didn't want to miss the live stream for today. So it's going to be a short one. I've had a long day. So bear with me. It's like I'm coming from the underground resistance or something, right? It's kind of like I'm hiding from the cops, guys. Okay? Look. Title. You see? Title. It is an important title. This is what we are working towards, right? I'm gonna make a banner real quick, right? We're not gonna skimp out on the banner, right? It's like a horror movie. Amazing, cool. Did you see that? Confidence makes money. Do you get it? Okay, right? Confidence makes money. Think about it. It makes sense, right? Every single money making opportunity in life, you have to have some sort of confidence, whether that's confidence in yourself or confidence that other people have in you. Either way, there's an equation there, right? There's an equation there that means you plus confidence equals money, right? This is science, guys. Come on. This is mathematics. It's formulae. Do you get it? Okay. And how am I going to do that? I'm not going to tell you how, but I'm going to tell you exactly why not having confidence will lead to the opposite of money in your life, right? And that's no matter what you do. Okay? So, we're going to talk about how your life will be shitty if you don't have self confidence, if you don't have courage, right? These words are synonymous when you think about it. Courage, bravery, risk taking, confidence. Do you understand? Okay, I've got a list of things right in front of me. I'm going to go through them one by one. Okay, we have notes for this live. Okay, this is not completely unplanned. I wish I could do a longer version of this, and I might expand on it tomorrow. But today we're doing it live like this, right? And it's going to be a short one, and I'm going to keep it brief, right? I'm going to run down through each note, okay? Number one, you limit your opportunities. You limit the amount of opportunities in your life. You don't have the confidence in yourself to go out there and try things, right? If you don't put yourself out there, if you don't have the confidence to put yourself out there, then you will suffer as a result. The number of opportunities in life that you get to do things that make money are drastically slim, especially if your daddy didn't give you enough, right? If your daddy didn't give you like a Porsche for your 16th, you're going to have problems in your life. You're going to have slim opportunities. They're going to be there. They're going to be there. But you have to seek them out. You have to seek opportunities, right? Otherwise, Wi-Fi issues. Okay, it sucks that we're having Wi-Fi issues during like a rushed stream, but it's fine. We're gonna get through it, right? You limit your opportunities. That's number one. If you don't have the confidence in yourself to go out there and put yourself in a position where people can see you and people can experience you, then you limit your opportunities, right? If you don't go to the door of opportunities and knock, it will never open, right? If you keep knocking, eventually it opens. Someone opens the door, you walk in, you make money, opportunities. Guys, are you getting it? Okay. Number 2, stagnation. It's number 2. Things slow down, right? You get stuck. And it's kind of piggybacking off the last one. And a lot of these are very similar, but unique in their kind of application in your life. But level with me. Stagnation. So first you limit your opportunities. Then you stop yourself. You slow down, like stagnant water. You ever seen we've talked about flowing rivers of progress, right? It's an important metaphor. That's what progress is, a flowing river, right? You can drink from a flowing river, right? You ever heard of that one? Flowing water you can drink from. You ever seen those movies where people are stuck in like the wild and they reach like a waterfall or something and then they start drinking and showering in it? Yes, that's progress water. Do you understand? That's progress water. Okay? Stagnant lakes, stagnant rivers, all of these things, bad things happen. You get amoebas, you jump in, you die, right? Stagnation is death, believe me. Okay? Okay? Are you getting this? So first you limit your opportunities. 2, you become stagnant. You stop, right? If you're not confident, you're not going to go for you're not going to go to your job. You're not going to go to your boss for a raise. You're not going to walk up to that girl. You're not going to try that idea in your head that you think's worth $1 billion, right? You've got those $1 billion ideas in your head, right? Do you believe in yourself? Are you going to go do it? Do you have the self-confidence? Right? You have to have it. Otherwise, you're going to grow some bacteria. You're going to get a UTI, right? You jump in that lake of stagnant water. You jump in that pond of stagnant water. You're going to get a UTI. You're going to catch an infection and it's going to make you feel sick. That's what a lack of confidence makes you feel like in life. Okay? Do you get it? Do you understand? So you limit your opportunities and you stagnate. Number 3, underachievement. If you only do as much as you are comfortable with, then you'll never go out of your comfort zone and you'll never try things and fail and try things and fail and try things and eventually do something amazing, right? You have to have a level of self-confidence in yourself to take that risk, to try something no one has tried before. Okay? It's important that you try things. If you have the confidence in you, and some people have it naturally. Some people are born just kind of, I'll do this and I'll do this. And it doesn't matter if I fail, but I'll just do it anyway. And it's not necessarily true that you cannot train that. You can train it, right? Like I was a very shy kid. If I was who I was before, I would not be on live talking about this stuff, right? I have the confidence in coming on live, right? And talking to you guys about this stuff so that I can spread the good message. Okay? Right? So don't be an underachiever, right? You have to try and you will fail, right? Life's about trying things. You will fail. And that's okay. So try that idea. Get on a live stream. Start talking about the thing you're interested in. Good things will happen, right? If you're confident and you just try things, good things happen. Okay? It's like a linear relationship. If I were to put it on a graph of X and Y axis, It would just be like a straight line going up, and then at the end it will go exponentially up. Do you get it? The more confidence you have, the better you do in life, right? We're back to the math equation. This is important stuff. I hope you're listening. This is very important, okay? Number 4, right? We've gone through limiting opportunities by not putting yourself out there, becoming a stagnant pool of water to the point of infection, underachieving because you're afraid to take that risk because you don't believe in yourself. Number 4, it's going to affect your personal life, guys. And this is an important one. This is going to hit home for a lot of you people, right? Relationship issues. If you're not confident enough to be yourself, to stand up for yourself, you're going to face a lot of people who are going to try to push you over, right? And that could be, that doesn't have to be a school bully. That doesn't have to be an asshole boss. It could be your wife, your girlfriend, your mom, your sister, right? Your dad, your brother. Do you understand? You have to have the confidence to not be reliant on others for validation. Validate yourself by opening up your opportunities, letting the progress river flow, and overachieving, or just simply achieving by putting yourself out there, having that self-confidence, and then you don't have to rely on others for validation, and you don't become dependent. Is that's what happens when you don't have self-confidence? You become dependent on others, and you become dependent on others for validation, which is just sad, right? Why should someone else decide whether you're worth it, right? That should come from yourself, and that comes from putting yourself out there, stacking up all those wins that come after, tons of losses, and making yourself immune to the bullshit in life. Because if you have that self-confidence, you can deal with anything, right? Anything that comes your way, you can deal with it if you have self-confidence. Do you understand? Do you under, do you understand? Do you do you get it? Okay, next one. Number 5. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You will have a negative self-image, and all of these stack up on each other, right? First, you're not putting yourself at opportunity's door, right? Because you don't feel like you deserve it. Then, because of that, you're not moving anywhere. You're not flowing like the river of progress. You're starting to get infections. You're underachieving because all you're doing is what you're comfortable with. You're having relationship issues because you're depending on others for validation because you won't do anything. You're not afraid to go out there and fail. And suddenly you have a negative self-image of yourself. You sit there at night thinking to yourself, why am I like this? Why is the world mean to me? Why can't I do anything? And you're like, well, maybe I need some medication. No, you need to be more confident, right? Like, sure, you could have like an imbalance in your head, but if you just like try this first, like don't go to the doctor first, try this first, right? I'm not saying don't go to a doctor, but like try this first, okay? This is like, try to solve the problem first before you like reach for the meds, right? Do you understand? You get a positive self-image by doing good things in your life. You do good things, and then good things happen. Do you understand? If you're confident in yourself, then good things happen. Positive things happen. You make more money. It's just math, okay? Like, you won't hate yourself. Like, a lot of like self-loathing comes from missing opportunities, having shitty relationships with people, not doing the things you wanted to do in your life, having all these like great ideas in your head and not like doing anything about it. Do you understand? Like that's where all that comes from. You feel like you're not living the life you're supposed to be. But if you just like harnessed your inner confidence and like took the small wins, turned them into slightly bigger wins, and then eventually landing bigger wins and landing really gigantic wins, dude, you're going to feel like the Hugo boss, right? The man of today. Do you understand? Okay. This is important. This is important. So listen, right? We're solving depression here. Do you understand? Number 6, you miss opportunities for personal development. What does that mean and how does that differ from the previous one? Right? Right? Your negative self-image is caused by all the things in your life that you didn't do. Stress comes from all that self-loathing comes from like missing out, right? How many times have you sat there and thought about, I could have been something. I could have, right? That's different to personal development, right? When you do difficult things, when you take risks, it teaches you something about yourself, right? You ever notice like military guys like are just like a little bit different to the rest of people? Like they just have a vibe to them. Like of course they're just regular people, but they've been through stuff. They've had the tough training. They've been, you know, shot at in war, in battles. They've had very tough things happen to them. And because of that, it's like I've had this ridiculously difficult thing that I did happen to me. And because of that, I come out a stronger person, right? War's a bad example. War's a bad example because that can go both ways. You can get really messed up with war. But even if you are negatively affected by it, it makes you, in a way, stronger. There's strength to having dealt with that, right? And just because you're suffering from it doesn't mean that no positive came from it. No one can take that away from you, right? Similarly, for the average person, how much stronger as a person do you think you'll become if you go and talk to your boss about getting a raise? Give me more money. I deserve it, right? That self confidence, understanding your value is where confidence comes from. And the more risk you take, the more bravery you show in your life by doing things out of your comfort zone, the more you realize how much you're worth. And that's personal development. And you're missing out on that. You're missing out on becoming a better person. You have more confidence, so you do more things, you fail more times, and that feeling of being okay with failure comes with practice. You have to train it. If you've never tried talking to a woman in your life, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard for you. But if you see an attractive woman and you respectfully approach her father for her hand in marriage, and he says no, that's cool. because you've done it 1,000 times, right? You're respectful and you try to go and get what you want. Do you understand? Right? You become a stronger person, right? That's personal development. You want that. That's good. It's very good. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Number seven. Burger King? No. Listen, it will limit your social life. Okay. Number seven, limiting your social life is a bad idea. We are group people. We are tribe people. We are social people. Humans need to socialize. And we need to find people who align with us, right? Imagine you try to start a business with the first person you ever met. You know one person, right? Imagine if you knew 10,000, right? You'd have a larger pool of people to pick from, to bring a proposal to. Hey, you're a good person to start this thing with, right? And they don't have to be your friend, but by knowing more people, by getting out of your comfort zone, by being more confident, talking to people, socializing, you open up doors. Okay? Right? Sometimes you'll get a job from a person that you met once 5 years ago and they remembered you and they liked your vibe and they think of you. And that's money, right? And suddenly you've got a job you didn't expect coming, right? See how it's all stacking, missing opportunities, limiting your social life, stagnating. If you don't do things because you see your value, you won't do things, and that leads to bad things. Less money. Do you understand? You want to make money. Money is good. Money pays rent. Money buys food. Food is like a really good thing, right? Food is really good. Food is amazing. You want more food. You want more food for a longer period of your life. You don't want to be hungry, right? Unless you're cutting, then you really should watch those calories. Okay? And the last one, two, three. I didn't number these, so I don't want to say the wrong number. One, two, three, four. Last one. Okay. You increase the level of stress in your life. Okay. Now it's sounding like I'm saying the same thing over and over again, and especially this one, because all of those things, limiting opportunities, stagnating, underachieving, relationship issues, negative self-image, missing opportunities for personal development, limiting your social life, all of these will increase your stress. But specifically, having no confidence in yourself will lead you to constantly self-doubt, right? And you'll self-doubt if you're a confident person, right? But because you're confident and you know your value, you'll be able to strategically and logically figure out those self-doubts, and you'll be able to quantify which ones actually make sense, right? So you might think to yourself, I like a confident person will see that their value at their work is incredibly high. They provide a lot of value and they'll go to their boss and talk about it, right? You want to be valued appropriately. But a person who doesn't value themselves appropriately will stress about, should I am I valuable? If you know your like worth, if you know how valuable you are, If you have that self-confidence, you have to believe what you are doing is value. You have to see that. You have to quantify that. And if you don't, you'll always be worried. Right? And that just increases your stress. You'll be constantly worried. A person who has very little self-confidence could be the most valuable person on earth, right? And they just won't do it. They won't ask their boss for a raise, right? They won't bring up an issue with their wife. Like, I don't like the way that you leave the dishes in the sink and leave them for me. And that's not cool, right? They won't even be willing to have that conversation. Let's talk about this. Let's figure it out, right? It's not about like do what I say, right? It's about like let's have this conversation because this thing is bothering me. I want to know why you're doing this, and I want you to be aware that it bothers me so that we can figure this out. It's about having that conversation, having the ability to have that conversation. That's so important, right? Do you understand? You don't want to have self-doubt that's unwarranted, right? Some self-doubt is warranted, right? But having the confidence in yourself, knowing the risks, having the courage to even talk to yourself about it, right, is important. Like if you're a confident person, right? I'm going to use Elon Musk as an example, right? He didn't know how to make rockets. So he wanted to buy them from NASA, but they were too expensive. He could have waited around. Let's look for some investors. Let's make more money. No, let's make my own rockets. I can make my own rockets, but I don't know how to make rockets, right? That's a good warranted, that's a warranted self-doubt. That's an important self-doubt, right? But a confident person will say, but I can learn to make rockets. And now we have SpaceX. Okay? Do you understand? Having confidence in yourself is not only important to make sure you're not doing things you can't do, but it also opens the door to do things you can't do. Because you know your value and you know you can make rockets. If you try hard enough, you'll learn how to make rockets, right? That's self-belief. No kid wakes up and thinks, I'm going to make rockets one day. They think I'm going to be an astronaut, right? And that kid's journey, most kids' journeys, when they want to be I wanted to be an astronaut. But then that stops because then you're like, astronaut training is hard. It's tough. But I realized I don't want to make rockets. Rockets are cool to look at, right? Rockets are really cool. Space travel is cool. I really hope that we did land on the moon. Like, I know there's a lot about like we faked it, but like even if we did fake it, like even if there's like a kernel of truth to like faking the moon landing, I really hope it isn't true, right? Like I'd be sad if it came out that we didn't actually land on the moon. That would be a sad day for me. Did you get it? So these are all the things not having confidence gives you in life. This is what happens when you don't have self-confidence and you're not able to build confidence in others by failing and then winning and then failing and winning some more. A lot of life is just trial and error. And confidence is saying it's okay if I err. Do you understand? This is important stuff. This is really important stuff. And I hope that stuck with you because, as the banner says, confidence makes money. So let's see how every single one of those leads to more money, right? Limiting opportunities. If you're confident, you put yourself out there, there's more opportunities. You make more money, right? You make more money by just knocking the door more often than others, right? Outwork them. Stagnation. If you keep flowing, good things will happen. You'll reach a waterfall. You'll make a splash. That's a metaphor. If you keep flowing, eventually you make a splash. That is beautiful. I'm going to write that down. You won't underachieve because you'll keep trying things, you'll keep failing, and eventually you won't fail. Do you understand? I got a pop-up on my screen and I can't read my notes. Boo. Okay. Do you understand? Do you understand? I'm whispering into the mic and I haven't done a sound check, so I really hope you can hear this. Because it would really suck if you cannot hear this, because this is audible gold here. This is audible gold. Do you understand? You won't have relationship issues. Right? If you're confident in yourself, you will avoid relationship issues. If you're confident in yourself, you won't look to people for validation, and you'll be more willing to cut people out of your life that don't benefit you. That means less relationship stress. That means more time to focus on opening opportunities, flowing like the river and making a splash, and overachieving. Right? It stacks, guys. It all stacks on top of each other. Having confidence leads to good things. Do you understand? You won't have a negative self-image because you won't have time. You won't have time to think negatively about yourself because you'll be thinking about the next opportunity, the next splash. Right? Right? Do you get it? Right? It's been a long day. It's been a long, long day. It's been a very long day. You will fail far more than you will win. Right? You'll fail far more than you'll win. And every time you'll fail, that'll be an opportunity for personal development. Do you understand? That'll make you stronger as a person. And that will make you more willing to take calculated risks, more willing to, look for opportunities and present yourself and put yourself out there. You'll be more willing to flow like the river and make a splash, guys. You want to make a splash. I really like that metaphor. Flow like the river of progress until you make a splash. Woo! This is good stuff, guys. This is good stuff. And you won't have a shitty social life. You won't be a loner. You'll talk to more people. By opening opportunities for yourself, you'll already be talking to people. You'll be making more friends, right? You won't be afraid to talk to a beautiful woman's father for her hand in marriage, right? Because we're respectful. We respect that. We respect. you'll have a good social life. And stack all that together, you'll already have low stress. But because you're not worried about yourself and how awful you are, or how awful you think you are, imposter syndrome and all that, you won't even have thoughts about self-doubt that are unwarranted. You won't have unwarranted self-doubt, and you will stop stressing about things you cannot control, because you'll be more aware of things that you can control, and that will decrease the amount of stress in your life. You understand? This is important. This is very important. Okay? You stack all those together, you're creating a perfect concoction of a person that does good things. And good things mean survival. Survival means we beat artificial intelligence and escape the human job bubble. And if you don't know what that means, watch the previous lives, and things good things occur. Good things occur. Not Cardi B, OCCUR. Do you get it? Do you understand? So bring positivity to your life, bring more money to your life, bring more good things in your life by being more confident, doing things a confident person will do. And if you don't think you're a confident person, just fake it. And honestly, I think faking it is bad advice. I really think you shouldn't fake it. But if you're like that down in the barrel of self doubt, if you keep faking it, eventually you'll discover yourself somewhere in there, right? The more you do like things that are dangerous for your ego, that like hurt your self-esteem, the more you'll see yourself, and the less you'll do of the faking and more of the authentic you. Do you understand? So find a way to be more confident. Just do it, dude. It's gonna be great. Believe me, it's gonna be great. It's gonna feel great. Your life's gonna be better. Your wife's gonna be better, right? Your wallet's gonna be better. And you may even realize through this process that you don't need a lot of money. And that's fine too. That's fine too. But we like money. Money is food. Money is steak. Money means more steak. And we like steak. I like steak. Steak is good. Steak is good. We like animals. We like animals. But they are food, so sorry, PETA. I think we're going to end it there. Sorry, PETA is a good place to end it. I hope that was educational, because that's goddamn important stuff. Okay. And we hit about 40 minutes. So I'm going to just 39. So I'm going to use the last minute to just close things off. Be more confident. Good things will happen. Positivity will come to your life. Positive. They're coming for me. Positivity will come to your life. Um, you'll be the man of today, the man of the past, the man, woman of the future. Okay, you want to be more confident. You want to Hugo Boss it in this oppressive world that wants to keep you down, right? Stunt your stuff. Do you understand? So good things happen. Positive things happen. Okay. And that's what you want in life. And we've hit 40 minutes. And I talked a lot. And I think this has been the most valuable live so far. And it sucks I had to do it at night because this really feels like I'm hiding from the cops or something. But this is good stuff, guys. This is good. I think it adds. I think it adds to the vibe. It adds to the vibe. Coming at you live from the underground resistance. This is like that movie They Live, right? I'm doing a live stream from an undisclosed location, and the aliens are after us. And the aliens in this case is artificial intelligence, which is this is a great metaphor if you've seen the movie, but it's already here, and it's slowly going to take over, and eventually they won't have to hide, and you'll be affected. It will touch you. The artificial intelligence human bubble, the human job bubble caused by artificial intelligence and its creation will pop and it will touch you. So be confident, walk out of that zone. That was my timer. Okay. It is time for bed. I've dropped immense value to you. Listen, my laptop is overheating because I'm spitting hot fire. Okay. Cool. This has been real, guys. This has been reality. This has been Mo Confidential live, coming at you from the balcony, feeling Hugo, feeling good, doing good things, seeking survival. All right. And that's all for now. Enjoy your life. Be more confident because confident makes money. Good night.